This is what remains of Fort Myers Beach. It's the warm waters of the Gulf of Mexico which bring people here. But yesterday they carried the full fury of Hurricane Ian. A wall of water 10 feet high, washing away homes and businesses. In the exact spot where that video was filmed, these stairs are all that's left of the orange house on the beachfront. The story of its occupants told by a neighbour.
It was floating.
Right.
It was floating, and then they got swept away. One guy ended up in a palm tree right across the street over there at that house. He was there for about a minute, and then he was gone.
Washed away by the force of
yeah.
Do you know what happened to them?
They're dead. The storm continued for at least another 6 hours. There's no way they could have survived, and there was nothing we could do. I mean, for me, that's going to be the hardest thing to live with. You know, I'm alive and I'm thankful for that, but there are a lot of people who aren't.
As dawn broke, search and rescue efforts began. Those who survived leaving a place that looks little like they remember. Lives packed into a suitcase. Have you ever seen a storm like this?
Never. I lived in Florida my whole life and never seen nothing like this.
Do you think people were caught by surprise at how strong it was?
Well, yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
They kept saying it was going to hit Tampa, and the next thing you wake up in the morning and it's hitting us.
You can only imagine what it must have been like to have been here yesterday afternoon as the water began to rise, washing away the Fort Myers pier and moving its way onto the main beach area. Storm surge up to 12 feet high in places here, quite literally washing away this part of Fort Myers Beach, a strip that would usually be full of restaurants and bars, quite literally flattened. The area of impact is unprecedented here. Boats dragged from their moorings and dumped more than a mile away. In Island Park, residents say water rose from ankle to chest level in 10 minutes. Cindy is trying to reach her family, including 2-year-old granddaughter Chloe. She's being driven by Rich, a fishing guide who worked through the night rescuing people. First in a boat, now in a pickup truck. We're getting quite close.
We're getting close. I told you, they are so far. Now, the other way would have been a little closer, but there were the trees. That's their building straight in front of us.
It is eventually a happy reunion after an anxious wait. Not everyone in this part of Florida will be so fortunate. Martha Kelner, Sky News, Fort Myers Beach.